What's up, guys? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness, and I'm coming to you on day 20. Today is Friday, March 24th? March 24th. Today I just saw Power Rangers. That was pretty cool. Very nostalgic. For those of you who know anything about Power Rangers, I grew up with Power Rangers, and I'm not ashamed about it. I'm one of the biggest nerd jocks you'll ever meet. I love I love being a geek. I love geeking out to all different types of stuff: supernatural, anime, Sherlock Holmes, Power Rangers, you name it. I love it. I love reading books. I love reading comic books, and I'm not ashamed about it. So, with that being said, uh, I definitely really liked the movie. I can't say that I loved the movie because I grew up with Power Rangers, so I'm kind of a I want to say a purist of sorts, but I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I still watch Power Rangers today normally, but but I definitely do enjoy it. I definitely do. It's definitely something that I grew up with that I still has a soft spot in my heart because it was definitely a lot of cool lessons that they incorporated into the episodes, and I thought it was just a great way to try and get kids to be brought up with moral values and uh, not just moral values but philosophical values as well, and encouragement and positivity. So anyway, I really did like it. I would at least give it a 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. So, yeah. Yeah. Graphics wise, action wise, pretty awesome. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I would Redbox again. Sorry, guys. For those of you who absolutely loved it, not trying to rain on your parade or anything like that. So anyway, today is day 20, tomorrow is day 21. Tomorrow is a recovery day. It's Saturday. Every Saturday I take a recovery day, so that way my body has some time to acclimate and also recover, because it's very important to take a recovery day or two, depending on what your body's needs are. I'm only taking one recovery day each week, and as of right now, as my I might change that as my reps increase, but also my caloric intake is increasing, and so is my protein intake. So hopefully soon things should even out. And I'm also, remember, guys, something that I wanted to bring up about rest time again. A lot of videos that you see out there with Men's Health and P90X and everything, they say things like, oh, take like a 10 to 15 second break, or take 10 to 15 seconds rest periods in between sets, like you got to keep going. That's for people of athleticism, that they have already reached a certain point in their journey that allows them to not have to take those breaks. For those of you just starting out, take a damn break. Rest in between. It's super important. Like, you do not want to have a heart attack. I'm not joking, guys. You don't want to have a heart attack. And, people are going to be like, oh, no, no, no. Your cardiopulmonary system needs to adapt. And as you're going through, as your body is adapting and acclimating to these things, it's getting used to it. It's getting used to being used for a higher output, right? But it does a lot of things to your body that you're not really thinking about. And if your body's not used to it, uh, think of it like a cramp, but in your heart, right? Okay, now makes a lot more sense, right? Have you ever had a cramp that you couldn't like really get rid of, that it just really sucked and it hurt? That's your heart. That's what can happen. I'm not trying to. Actually, I am trying to scare you guys, because I want you guys to be very careful about this shit. I want you guys to listen. Why? Because I don't want anybody getting hurt. This is about helping people. This is about moving forward in your journey at a safe pace, right? There's a few things that you can do that are extreme. That's why, and I understand that some people are going to do things at their own rate, right? But I want you to stop and think, what are you actually capable of, right? There's one thing to push yourself, and I completely agree with pushing yourself. You need to push past the pain threshold and your normal, and also what you think you're capable of, in order to reach another level. Yes, pushing yourself is important. Pushing yourself past exhaustion is not. There's a certain level that you need to be aware of, and only you know that. If you need to take an extra minute or two on the floor to catch your breath, take an extra minute or two. There's nothing wrong with that. It's totally different, from, between walking something out, like you go for a run, something you're out of breath, you need to walk it out a little bit. You got to keep moving though. Then, doing 20 push-ups on the floor and suddenly you're out of breath and you had like 5 reps left. Pushing 1 or 2 reps more is beneficial in some ways. But if you're really out of breath, take a break. Take a break for like 30 seconds to a minute. Take some deep breaths. Slow, deep breaths. Catch your breath. If it needs to be 2 minutes, fine. Sometimes when I'm really, really tired and I'm, and I'm trying to push through, I lay there for a minute or two just to catch my breath. Just to make sure that I'm okay, because I'm about pushing past my threshold, but also I want to make it to the finish line intact, right? And I want to stress safety in these things. Sometimes when I'm exercising, my heart rate rises rapidly, right? And I need to, I need to stop for a second and catch my breath, because, I know that I'm reaching like a pinnacle point. I will not go over my max heart rate for too long. I think that it's good to hit your maximum heart rate for a little bit sometimes, but training for too long in your max zone for your heart rate is actually, it can be damaging to your cardiopulmonary system, to your heart, to your cardiovascular system. It can be damaging. Many athletes who train for, the cyclists that think that they can train at their max heart rate for, for an hour on end, they have heart disease. They have scar tissue that, they damaged their hearts. There's not much that you can do to come back from that, and that's a few, I'm trying to hit that midpoint where I'm not being completely lethargic, right? But I'm also not going extreme with, I'm not trying to run a marathon, or, at least not yet. But, right now, I'm just pushing past my current threshold and pushing past my current goals and my current obstacles, which is important to me. That's important to me. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about, making sure that you're being safe and that you're pushing yourself, but you're not hurting yourself. So that's just a reminder. Now, that I do also want to say on the back end That doesn't mean that you have to stop every 20 seconds and take like 5 deep breaths. Because I've also seen the opposite, where people don't want to push themselves past, past discomfort. There's a difference between discomfort and pain. And only you can really tell that. But be honest with yourself. And I've seen some guys where they're just like, they freak themselves out and they're like, oh, no, like, I can't do that, I can't do that. Don't bullshit yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to. But also, don't be stupid. And, try and hurt, where you can put yourself in a situation where you're most likely going to hurt yourself. Try and go with a happy medium, And that's pretty much where I'm going to end this. So guys, stay informed. Sorry, be informed, stay motivated, live big. Hoorah.